South Jamaica, baby, they made me to be the greatest. Serving the deed of my creators, fresh off of my high haters. It's the king again, Magdalene, chauffeured, bragging and boasting.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Dollars. Welcome back to the channel. It's another day, another dollar video. Your boy is back.
Finally!
This time I'm going to be checking out Tales of Toronto, the crazy story of Young Lava. One of the hottest rappers in Toronto that, you know, at this moment, threw his career down the drain. He has a lot of good songs that I like. You know, I really rock with Young Lava's music, bro. And it's just, you know, I hate to see it, man. I hate to see talent get wasted and go down the drain, but it happens. It happens way too often. Anyway, man, this channel been putting out a lot of dope documentaries. I haven't reacted to every one of them. I did the Young Flipper. I say Young Flipper reaction. Now we're going to check out the story of Young Lava. All right, without further ado.
Some serious firepower is off the streets tonight.
Take a look at this haul. Illegal guns seized in a major weapon trafficking investigation.
Man, baby, hold on, y'all see we got dreads for the feds, we got tats for the rats.
Dane Sitladine, 27 years, also from the city of Mississauga.
I'm in the woods. No, I'm over here in the darkness. For real.
My got respect for me, cause I'm the man proudly. And if you want respect from me, catch a
Damn body.
31-year-old Dane Adrian Sitladine, aka Young Lava, is a rapper reigning from Toronto. He was raised by his mother along with his two older brothers Donovan and Demain. They grew up in Rexdale, specifically Orpington Crescent, aka O Block. During the late 90s and early 2000s, O Block was terrorized by violent crimes and mass raids as crack cocaine and guns took over the streets. By the early to mid 2000s,
that was Sizzlack in the white
organization labeled by Toronto police.
I think that was Sizzlack. Hold on, let's see.
Over the streets.
I think that is Sizzlack.
By the early to mid 2000s, a criminal organization labeled by Toronto police as the O Block Crips would form. The crew's activities didn't last long, as they would eventually become defunct. However, several members would end up joining neighboring cliques. They were known as the Jamestown Crew and IDS, which is an abbreviation for In the Streets. In a must-watch interview with Toronto media network We Love Hip Hop, Lava describes his hood as a place where everyone is just simply trying to eat.
Hey. You know, it's funny, I didn't even know he had a We Love Hip Hop interview. I might have to check that out.
So what was life like in the teenage time for you before rapping? Like the Rex life. Like, explain that to like somebody from outside of Toronto.
Once you've grown up in a hood anywhere in Toronto, it's basically the same. Same, you know what I mean? Like, you have like the boredom is on you.
The boredom.
Everybody's just trying to eat. Everybody's trying to live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Growing up.
Same shit every hood, bro. Like, I don't know how to answer a question like that. It's the same shit every hood, bro. Might be a little differences culturally, but the hood is the hood, bro.
Lava kept his circle small as a way to stay out of trouble. His brothers, however, were a different story. Donovan was arrested in 2008 for possession of crack and various firearms offenses.
Is this the brother that died?
Would be arrested the next year for an ambush on a man at a Brampton townhouse complex. Unfortunately, with a bloodline of real deal steppers, it wouldn't take long for Lava to be introduced to the hard knock streets of O Block, following in the same path as his brothers. By the mid to late 2000s, Lava would be in and out of juvenile detention. After being released in 2010, he would attempt to distract himself from the chaos surrounding him by stepping into the studio.
Is Young Lava Jamaican? Let me know in the comments.
At this point, his older brother Donovan would already be out of jail and on his way to becoming a rising rap star, backed by Drake's label, OVO.
Oh, deadass? That's wild.
Yeah, we ain't alike, your blood type, I see it. And I've been selling crack since the 90s. Little with a digi and a 9P. Okay, cooking, bitch, I'm jugging. No, I ain't bluffing. Only said I wasn't when the boss shot buck 'em. Fresh from the pen, young and did a few bits. Mail a few plugs to the judge, good looking.
That sounded alright right there.
Rapping, Lava wasn't getting much traction compared to his brother. In fact, he almost quit.
I wonder what's the ties between OVO and Rexdale, because I know like Moolah's cool with 40, you know, like they have some type of ties and connection with OVO, and then OVO got the connection with Regent, Smoke Dogg and them, Puffy L. So I don't know, it's kind of weird because then Drake is also cool with Pressa, you know, but I hear Drake and them don't really rock with CLE because there's like some real beef behind the scenes between Galloway and CLE. So, you know, I just wonder, like, it's just, what is it about Rexdale? Like, how's he connected with them?
Thinking he was garbage. His friends thought otherwise. They seen his potential and encouraged him to continue rapping.
Now,
And
Young
so he
Lava got
did.
that real
Within a
street
few
energy
months,
in
he
his
would release
music.
a song called Tiger Blood, featuring fellow IDS members Mullah First and Pyrex.
The church is Muda first. I didn't even want to end the verse.
Revolvers, semi-automatics, I got them all. I bring the heat like summer, next you gotta fall. Put the rock in my hand, I got a ball. For the money, I'm in the paint like Paul Gasol.
Even though the track
Which one I reacted to? Was it part 2 or part 1? Part 1 sounds familiar. I think it was part 2 I reacted to.
blew up upon release and his fan base began growing exponentially, Lava would halt all music production. There would be no word from him for several years until 2017, when he would drop a surprise single titled Stop Lying. At first glance, many assumed Lava was back and ready to take over, but just 2 months after the release of the surprise single, his ops would catch him lacking and the entire incident would be captured on camera.
I mean, it's funny because they always use this video as him lacking, but you see him turn around at the end of the video. So why they ain't continue filming that? He was running, but then he turned around and he looked like he was about to pull out a knife or something. So why they ain't show the whole thing?
Lava P, why you on it? Lava P, Lava P, why you on it? Why you on it?
April 15th.
Yeah, he turned around to swing at them. So like, what happened?
2017.
He looked
Young
funny
Lava
running
would be
though.
out congregating at Vaughan Mills, an outlet mall just outside of
He not
Toronto,
even running, he
when
jogging,
would cross
bro.
paths with rappers 21 Neat and Supawasi.
Oh.
Both were known affiliates of Lava's rival gang.
I ain't gonna lie, 21 need a demon, so you know, thankfully it didn't escalate more than this video because we know 21 need like the type of time he's on.
The Driftwood Crips. In the video, both 21 Neat and Supawasi run down on Lava, who would later return a punch. That's when the video cuts, but a few hours later, social media posts would surface indicating that Lava's chain was snatched. Lava stayed level-headed and didn't respond to any of the social media antics, but a month after the incident, he received news so devastating those close to him assumed he would lose all composure.
Well, we have some breaking news now from Brampton, where
That's the thing though, a lot of people that don't respond on social media, you know, their thinking is like, you know what? Fine, y'all could do the antics, the goofy shit online. I'm gonna catch you outside in real life. You know, that's what y'all gotta realize. Just because somebody's not going back and forth on the internet, that don't mean they soft. That don't mean nothing. Some people don't like that bullshit. Feel me? Some people is like, all right, whatever. I'm not gonna make it hot. When I see you is when I see you, and we could take it from there.
where police are investigating a fatal shooting. It happened on Garden Gate Circle, that is in the area of McLaughlin and Ray Lawson, at about 10:30 tonight. Now we're hearing there may also be a second victim.
Neighbors say they heard shots ring out around 10:30 last night. It happened here at this townhouse complex on Garden Gate Circle. That's near Huron, Ontario, just north of the 407. A 28-year-old man is dead.
That was
a 23-year-old
Young Dubs,
man was
right?
also injured. Neighbors say the complex is filled with families. The gunfire has many here worried. Two vehicles with bullet holes were removed from the scene this morning. Investigators say the 23-year-old man hit by gunfire remains in hospital with what are described as non-life-threatening injuries.
May 11th, 2017. Donovan Sidladine, aka Young Dubs, is ambushed and executed in the driveway of his own home. Coincidentally, the townhouse complex that Young Dubs was killed at is also the same complex where his brother Demain was arrested back in 2009 for an attempted murder on a man living in one of the units. The death of Dubs remains unsolved, But not long after his untimely demise, his brother Lava expressed the urge to carry on his legacy, and so he did. Within a span of a year, Lava would go on a streak, releasing song after song, all of which did impressive numbers upon release.
You mean banger after banger?
Wizzy sliding, no question. Slapping shots like Ovechkin. Yeah, I'm putting in work, but I ain't leaving with a pension. Watch me do the race, I'ma blow a bag. So much money, I don't know what to do with all this cash.
Nah.
Shawty a fool with her neck, she do it with no hands. But I ain't chasing, gotta stack these bands.
Facts.
Within that year, he also released arguably one of Toronto's rudest diss tracks aimed at his ops, the Driftwood Crips.
Extensions, 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 extensions. I don't beat from far in any BFR. I get up close and leave bodies scarred. We the realest in the six, but they don't hear me though. Like we ain't poor, Mr. TT on critical. That nigga Mr. Demi on a boy, he pitiful. He ain't never flexed the muscle, boy, he really don't. Keep calling, what's he, I'ma throw mine. You'll be the first man down like the goal line.
That was a banger.
The passing of Dubs clearly ignited something within Lava, as his flow and lyricism has shown significant improvement. His energy and vibe was unmatched at this point, as 2018 was undoubtedly the year of development for Lava. But when members of the Driftwood Crips caught wind of the diss track, they would clap back with a song fans have since dubbed as Toronto's national anthem.
What song is that? Auntie.
February 14th, 2019. Driftwood affiliates YG and the late Houdini would drop a song titled Auntie that would take the internet by storm. It got to the point where kids in the suburbs were lip-syncing the song, completely unaware of what some of the lyrics actually meant.
YG and Houdini. I think she wanna get battery up. I put the dubs on my backy up. YG and Houdini. I think she wanna get battery up. I put the dubs on my backy up.
Again with the walnuts.
The song was a hit and was performed around Canada and eventually earned its own gold plaque. Despite the public humiliation of his late brother, Lava ignored it and continued to focus on his music. During the remainder of 2019, Lava released the most music he ever put out in his entire career. He even went to the block where Dubs was killed and shot a music video there.
Telling what I'll do for chips. Same thing I'll do for bro, man, I'll do for tips. I got some bad habits, but I'm trying to quit. I just blew a whole bag on some foreign shit.
That's my shit right there. I'm on the
Even
block.
after getting jumped, having his chain snatched, his brother dying, the numerous insults made towards him and his family, his music was still popping and the numbers reflected that. Evidently, nobody was getting in the way of Lava's rise to stardom, but as we all know, when something or someone experiences a meteoric rise to power or fame, if they don't play their cards right, they will also experience an even harder fall.
You gotta realize, like, what he said about the meteoric rise and shit. Once you, like, getting to that level, you got a lot of people paying attention to you, like police. You know, so it's like, you gotta make that transition from the music, the streets to the music, like, at the right time, bro. Because if you can continue to stay in the streets while you're blowing up and you don't know how to, like, get away from that, everything that you're working hard for can just go down the drain. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody, like, the police probably didn't know about Young Lava before his music, right? So now he's blowing up and he got extra attention and his moves are being scrutinized. So it's like, that's with any artist too that's living that life, rapping, blowing up. So you got to know when to leave the streets behind. Not completely leave the streets, but, you know, not put yourself in the position to fumble the bag or, like, you know, get arrested. That's my point.
He was just getting ready to blossom.
But that chance taken away for one man after gunfire erupted in this residential neighborhood mid-afternoon Wednesday. And now a community is grieving.
I still can't believe I'm never going to see him again.
Toronto police say they were called to the area of John Garland Boulevard and Humber College Boulevard shortly after 1 p.m. When they arrived, they found a man with critical injuries, and he was pronounced dead on scene.
May 1st, 2019, officers responded to a call of shots fired in Rexdale. When police arrived, they found one man unresponsive. It was 26-year-old Blaine Grindley. According to his family, Blaine was not in the streets. Rather, he was the complete opposite.
The family of the victim identified...
It's funny because sometimes the family don't even know what their kids are doing. So, like, they can say that he wasn't in the streets, but they don't know 100% sure. He probably gave them that image. Oh, yeah, he was a good son. He's not doing nothing wrong. Kids like that are hiding what they really doing from their parents, so they would never know if he really was in the streets.
By him as Blaine Grindley.
He could have been, though. I'm not saying he wasn't, but I'm just saying there's situations that
on the streets
is like
and,
that.
Doing this and doing that and whatever. He's a young, ambitious.
He could have been the plug. You ain't even know.
And because he got shot, I know because
Rest in
of
peace.
the stereotype, people are gonna think, well, oh, he must have been involved in something. No.
Toronto police, however, would disagree. When
You
they
see what I
arrived
just
to the
said?
home of Blaine, quantities of various controlled substances, a .22
See what
caliber
I just said?
firearm, and $9,472 in cash were also found in the bedroom. With the evidence
He was just
found,
good at not getting caught.
investigators suggested it was a drug robbery gone wrong. It would take Toronto police just 2 weeks to identify the suspects in relation to Blaine's murder. On May 15th, they would hold a televised press conference, alerting the public to be on the lookout for the suspects.
I'm here to provide you with an update on Homicide 22 of 2019, the murder of Blaine Grindley. This morning, Canada-wide warrants for the first-degree murder have been issued for Michael Smith, 29 years, from the city of
Man, look like
Brampton,
Kawhi Leonard.
Andre Dowse, 21 years, city of Mississauga, and Dane Sitladine, 27 years, also from the city of Mississauga. All three of these individuals are to be considered armed and dangerous.
In a wild turn of events, young Lava was announced as one of the 3 suspects wanted in Blaine's death. The day after the announcement, Andre Dowse turned himself into police and appealed in court 1 day later, facing a first-degree murder charge. The day after that, Michael Smith also surrendered to police and was charged with first-degree murder as well. Young Lava failed to turn himself in, marking May 15th, 2019
He
as
went
the
on a
start of
race.
his race from the feds. At this point, Lava was long gone. In fact, just 2 months after the announcement, police records would indicate he was in a jail cell all the way in Minneapolis, arrested for aggravated robbery. For
Damn.
some reason, the information regarding Lava being wanted in Toronto wasn't relayed over to law enforcement in the States, so Lava was back on the road in less than a week. After successfully evading Canadian and American law enforcement, it wouldn't be a surprise when Lava would begin to feel as if he was invincible. Just a week after being released from custody, Lava would make a surprise appearance on an Instagram live stream hosted by the late Southside Jane and Finch rapper NHSJJ. During the more than 20-minute live stream, Lava doesn't hold his tongue. He mocked his rivals, the feds, and even other rappers who he claimed tried to befriend him after he started gaining clout.
I'm over here in the darkness.
It's very dark.
I'm in the woods. Come on, man. I have all the fans, fam. Toronto rap ain't saying shit no more because I left, man. Toronto rap ain't saying shit since I left, man. Tired of hearing them wussy boofs. Been begging for 100K. No, they
Drop a video at the cop.
Big facts. You know what's funny though? I see man's trolling that waste you local city. It has me crying. I don't know. I just see Top Goof and all these guys trolling local city. I'm crying.
Top Goof?
Yeah. I don't know when that guy decided he was a guy, but yo, I'm feeling his swag still. I don't know when
Did
Top
he get
5
knocked
was a
today?
guy, but I'm feeling his swag still.
He's feeling his swag.
What did Top Goof get knocked for again?
I don't even know, fam. Man said reckless driving, but I'm like, fam, that guy doesn't even fucking ride, so how is he driving reckless? Wallahi. Wallahi. My word, I'm just like, yo, fam, the scene is so messed up right now. Like, it's like, fam, we left it to the goofballs, fam.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like I'm hiding. I'm not even hiding. I'm just moving neat. How they say. I went to the hearse, and yo, there's like 10 youths I seen that thought they were rappers, and all of them said, yo, the Driftwood youths tried to sign them to a chain with no pendant.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, he kind of funny.
Hoodlum, who's at Houdini? Houdini's not even a factor. He's an artist. Don't put him in his life. Yeah, Houdini's an artist from Brampton. Dada, he went to Fletcher's Meadow. Tell him to chill. Why the man I'm tagging Puffy L's? He's a citizen. Don't tag this guy in my life. These are the type of guys that go to tour with the ops to saying they want to smoke with them. What the you go on tour with them?
Is he referring to Puffy when Smoke Dogg went on tour with Pressa? Wasn't that before they were ops though? Like, so I don't know why he would say that. This probably was after the whole situation, I guess. It must have been after. It gotta be after.
I don't even care if I'm
Going on a live stream while being one of the most wanted criminals in Canada probably wasn't the best idea, but Lava would take it a step further and release music videos that were pre-recorded in Toronto to confuse the police. These carefully planned moves may have created some space between him and the feds, but one small mistake would cost him more than 2 years worth of strategizing.
Which one?
January 10th, 2021.
The gun
One
shit?
Minnesota State Patrol trooper near Fergus Falls, Minnesota, witnessed 2 men traveling between 95 to 100 miles per hour in a pickup truck with Texas license plates. When the trooper approached the vehicle, the driver, Muzamal Adao, provided a Canadian driver's license with a false name. At this point, Adao was named as one of 4 men wanted by York Regional Police for a bizarre kidnapping that made international headlines back in 2019.
A brazen attack captured on camera.
Yo, Lava was around some shady individuals, bro.
A student studying in Toronto was a victim of a kidnapping by men armed with a taser.
It was a violent altercation, and we just need to find him right now.
According to police, he goes by the name Peter, and he's now been missing for more than 24 hours.
Damn.
While the officer was investigating Adao, he noticed a strong smell of marijuana coming from the passenger. The officer asked him for some identification, to which the passenger provided a license from Florida with the name Dane Sidladine. It was Young Lava. After detecting the odor of marijuana and receiving inconsistent statements and documents from both Adao and Young Lava, the state trooper proceeded to detain them. He then called for
Man's had a freaking Canadian driver's license with Texas license plates, and Young Lava had a Florida license. Texas, Florida, Canada. It's like the 3 most like weird shit to be having all in once, bro. And you're in Minnesota. So you're in Minnesota with Texas license plates, a Florida driver's license, and a Canadian driver's license. Like, it's hilarious, bro.
backup and waited for them to search.
How many guns he got caught with, man?
Found shocked them. 67 firearms,
Damn.
including 15 high-capacity pistol magazines, were found in 4 duffel bags tucked in the back of the truck. After 2 years of being on the run, Dane Sidladine, aka Young Lava, would finally be arrested and charged with a hefty list of offenses. On December 14th, 2021, U.S. District Court Judge Nancy Brazel sentenced Young Lava to 78
I ain't gonna lie, Judge looking alright right
months
there.
in prison.
Damn. Oh, badass judge right there. Extradited back to Toronto in March 2012. Don't you mean 2022? I think you got this kind of wrong here, buddy. 2012? Shit. Said 2012. You made a mistake. Anyway, I mean, this video hasn't really said too many things that I didn't know already. You know, like my whole thoughts about the situation. Young Lava should have just turned himself in when the situation first happened with the murder. You know, I feel like there's only so long you can run away from your consequences, right? I think it's better to, like, if you do something wrong, address it right away. You know, because look, he got himself in even more trouble, got more charges added to what he already had. So, you know, I don't know the situation with the murder charge. Who's guilty? Like, what's his role in that murder charge? Because, you know, that could have been something that's beatable. You know, if he's guilty, he's guilty. Then whatever, he should be locked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, the days of the old dollars thinking that everybody should be free, and I'm not that dude no more, bro. You know what I'm saying? I used to be ignorant. Not ignorant in the sense of like just being stupid. You know, I felt like right is right, wrong is wrong, fair is fair. You know, I never agreed with innocent people being hurt. I never was a dickhead. I never did anything to anybody that didn't deserve it, right? Like I said, fair is fair. I'm at the age now, it's like, yo, bro, like, you know, if you're guilty of doing evil stuff, then you should be punished. Plain and simple. Like, I like Young Lava. I like his music. I seen the potential. But if he's guilty, then he's guilty. But if he's not guilty, like I said, this is something that could have been, you could beat a murder charge, bro. Murder charges aren't that hard to beat. You know, it's a serious charge, but you could beat them. Now he got a murder charge and weapons charges, and then he was on the run. Like, it makes the whole shit worse. It makes you look guilty. But yeah, man, without further ado, man, that's the reaction. If you guys enjoyed it, you already know, hit the like button and subscribe. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't know what I'm going to be reacting to in the future as far as like music shit. Like, I haven't really been feeling it. And like, I know I want to do movies, TV shows. Like, that's the direction I want to go into, and streaming and, you know, doing the video game content. But with the music shit, I just been really like, haven't been feeling it. Tired of it, honestly. But I'll see. I'm not saying that I'm going to stop doing music reactions. It's just right now at the moment, I just don't care for it. All right. Anyway, it's your boy Dollars. I'm off this one.
For my time goes by, they gon' raise a nigga jersey in the sky. Treat a nigga right, big dreaming on my life. Shorty wanna get some air, I go and get her when I fly. Taking off on these niggas I retire. The minute I catch fire, I smoked them all before, just revisiting the high.